Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the second episode of Monster Musume no Oishasan. And last episode, we got to help a centaur girl with her issues, which turned out to be like feet related. So we just had to get that girl a nice pair of shoes, and everything was resolved. And the scene where we gave her the shoes was probably the best scene of the episode, specifically the Lamia tail wrapping scene. But the whole Lamia tail wrapping part of the overall scene, I guess I should say, but the overall scene itself was quite enjoyable, and we helped her out. So pretty solid mission accomplished sort of episode for sure. Now the way the episode ended off, we saw like a mermaid girl, and she was being looked at by some people on a bridge. What do they want with her? It's hard to say for sure, because I mean I know what I would want with her, but they're not me, so it's kind of a mystery. So maybe we'll find out in this episode. So let's get into it and see if that is indeed the case. So 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, but I still want a nickname to use. Okay, that's what I thought. Little kid's Glenn. And she is obviously quite smaller than the one we know now. She looks pretty happy for a hostage. I love having a tail. Right. Makes sense, although kind of messed up. I think there's reason for you to stay with Glenn. So he won't cry, that's the reason. How can you take a man's Lamia away? It's not cool. So they do reunite. Well, of course they do, obviously, but... Monster medicine. It's because you were destined to be together. Mold. There's mold in there. Is that Glenn? Yeah, Safe, that was her nickname. And open it. I don't remember if we got one last episode. As our centaur girl, and our mermaid, the harpy, Meme, the cyclops. I'm not sure what she is, I think a zombie. The opening doesn't seem familiar, so I'm gonna assume this is the first time we see it. She's like a ninja girl, I guess. The gang's all here. Okay, that's like a spider, gotcha. I didn't quite notice that, the previous couple shots of her. Anyway, the mermaid of the waterways. So definitely focus on her. Sunlight's the worst, I definitely get it. So we're gonna run into the mermaid around here, because this is pretty much the same spot, I think. Hopefully nothing interrupts it. Doctor's life is pretty busy. Oh, okay. Just abandon us. But I guess alone time is fine. Oh, it's like, yeah, like something pulling it. Okay. I see. Is that the mermaid girl pulling it? Oh, wow. There's a lot of water around here. Oh. That's not the mermaid. We're not on the same page. Just got overruled. So yeah, they're not the mermaid girl, unfortunately. So where is she? Yeah, it is quite incredible. It's like an ecosystem of mer people. Worth it. Who are you? I think we may have seen her before. Recognize the seal thing. Lady Scotty. I'm glad we got a good shot of her. Oh, we came to meet her? It's even better. So successful shopping trip? So do we have like a mermaid cafe around here? Because that'd be quite nice. Like the cafe that's like partially underwater and the mermaids swim from table to table. That'd be great. She is excited. Just don't fall in the water. Well, he's managing somehow. I think I saw a rabbit back there. So far, nothing's gone wrong, but something's obviously got to happen. We gotta get pulled into the mermaid plot somehow. I just don't know how yet. So it matters most. Wish I could just like ride a boat around town. It'd be cool. Oh, a mermaid show. Yeah, I'll take that. Can we go to that now? So just like jump like dolphins, basically. Yeah, that sounds great. I want to see that. I bet. We gotta go to this mermaid show. Like, that's important, okay? You get that, right? Like, don't forget about that. Oh, there she is. So she's gonna directly pull us into the plot. Wow, she looks great. I would love to. I see how it is. I mean, that's more like she's telling you what you want to hear to get you to come. Yeah, we better be going to that mermaid show once eventually. Whew. Lula. I'll call you Lula. Doesn't matter, we're buying it. Oh. Okay, sure. I guess it's fine. Yeah, even got like the gills on the side. Some nice gills. Oh god. I can almost feel that. I mean, look at her. You really can't blame me. It's like perfection, pretty much. I mean, both are fine. It's just Yeah, what about the song? Oh. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty lucky to me. If you say so. I just noticed she uses Boku, that's interesting. I would love to hear your song. Especially if they're paying for it for me. Ma. We at least buy a CD to go along with it. Oh. Is that what that was about? Okay, scouting. So nothing too sketchy. Hey, in a different way. Oh, that's what he meant. Gotcha. We are doctors. We'll give you a thorough checkup. We're quite good at it. My qualifications, if you need to see them. So, is there anything ailing you? Anything you want me to take a look at? Or will tolerate me taking a look at? But more importantly, let's just listen. You didn't have to pay. That is quite nice, actually. It makes sense. Oh. Yeah, she may have something that we need to help her with medically. Which we're more than happy to do. Yeah, maybe we could help you out first, you know, make you feel better, then you could continue. Yeah, let's get to that. Yeah, we should do this in private. Somewhere she will feel more comfortable removing clothing. Oh, it's like a dam, okay. That was a waterfall or something at first. I mean, technically water is falling, but... That's the important thing, so let's get started. There clearly is if you're coughing. Yeah, we got to hear a pretty good segment of it. She is pretty damn cute. And let's see what's going on in there. Wow, it's a pretty detailed mouth. Yeah, we need to do something about this. Do you have any medicine with us that will help? Yeah, it's very important. I thought it was fine. I'm a doctor, don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Then where is it located? Just be gentle. I assume gills are very fragile. That's what I assumed. Yeah, that's probably not a good thing. Can I touch your gills? Yeah. Gonna stick our fingers in. Definitely make sure I hit. Definitely make sure our fingers are clean. Uh... Oh god. That just looks so weird. Just fingering her side. Not a thing I ever thought I would see in life. Or just moaning in the background. Oh god. Whew. Well, looks like you got it figured out. Yeah, let's get these hands clean. Probably have a fishy smell now. Maybe she should spend more time in the water. That might be the issue. Yeah. At the most, you should be half and half. Yeah, that doesn't sound healthy at all. Might want to reconsider some things. Yeah, it was kind of a stupid question. Swam off. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Yeah, we're just trying to figure a solution for this. I think we really need some water, though, this conversation. Oh. Oh no. That was sudden, but I think this is something the mermaid can help with. Yeah, of course. Just be careful. Man, the kid's sinking like a rock. There we go. I just gotta get him up. Yeah, you can trust a mermaid to get a water-based mission completed. Good thing we have a doctor nearby. A lot of drowning people don't have the luxury of that. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't a bad thing, her flying back into the water. Oh yeah, I guess it technically wouldn't be that much help for a human, right? So are we gonna... Yeah, I was waiting for that. She just kind of fall back down. I mean, she's a mermaid, so you'd think she'd be fine in the water, but I don't know. Okay, rescue number 2. That sounds really weird to me, though. But I guess she does technically have a medical issue, so... Yeah, I guess that is possible, then. Still weird seeing a mermaid about to drown. Don't worry, the doctor's coming. Okay, now who's gonna save the doctor? Oh. Okay, I guess that's one way to get air. Very smart thinking. Get those gills working. But you should still worry about yourself. Yeah, that's... You need to get back up there, man. But I guess she'll probably help with that. Because she's now better. Or she'll help. As long as we get him out of the water. Yeah, that was probably a lot of weight. Wonder how much he can lift with that tail. Because it's pretty large. Wonder how much he bench presses with it. Yeah, I think, if anything, she might be experiencing something not quite medical, but, oh, wow. So I guess this is the stage for this. It's a very interesting audience. And she can finally sing without coughing. That was great. I feel like I only caught the last 10 seconds of it, but it was great. I will come at literally every showing. Lulala. Even her name is kind of like singing, which I guess is intentional. We gave her moisturizer. It's good to hear. And cough drops. You did do a lot to her today. He has helped you a lot. She is quite Genki, I would say, and very cute. Extremely cute. If I had a fish tank, I am sure that's not what that was, man. All of a sudden I want an anime where the protagonist has a mermaid little sister. I need that in my life now. Now that I have that idea. Whew. So, yeah, the mermaid girl was great. No disappointments there. Water flows down passages. I suppose it does. Flesh golem. That's what she is? Okay. So I guess she hates a doctor, so that'll be a thing our protagonist will have to overcome to help her. So that'll be fun to watch. But anyway, that was the second episode of Monster Musume Doctor Anime. And, you know, really good episode. I definitely expected, with the way the last episode ended, it just had a bit of an ominous feel to me. So I kind of had this idea in my head that we would have some kind of, I don't know, dark development with that. I don't know, like some kind of kidnapping thing, or I don't know. Just, I didn't really have any specific idea in my head. I just assumed they were up to no good, but that was completely false. They were just inviting her to you know, perform singing there. So I was completely wrong about any and all assumptions I had about that. The plot of the episode was much more straightforward. It was just a pretty simple case of a girl has a medical issue and we help her with it, you know, very similar to the first episode, which I assume will be the basic format of the show. You know, we meet a new monster girl, you know, she has some sort of issue and we help her out with it, and, you know, we become pretty close as a result. I imagine that will be more or less a formula of the show, which is fine. It makes sense, for sure. At the beginning of the episode, we actually got a bit of backstory on our protagonist and Sophie, whatever her name is, Lamia girl, you know, how they met and how they re-met, like at the one school, like the medical school they were talking about. I think they mentioned they reunited at. So, and that's what brings us to our current situation of them being together again. So it was good to be able to get some of that information for sure. And I was curious how we were going to end up, you know, getting involved with the mermaid girl, and it was a simple matter of we were out shopping in a boat, as you do, and she's like, hey, you two, come over here, give me money, I'll sing for you. Pretty much what it came down to, right? So, I mean, I'd pay to have a mermaid sing a song for me. I'd be happier if she would, like, throw on a CD to go with it. Like, I would probably pay extra for that, you know? But I guess she wants to incentivize people to come back to hear it, so she might not want to do that. You know, get rid of or not really completely get rid of, but reduce the reason to come back, you know. But yeah, just I guess interesting business model, you know. Just people go and buy the boat, you just call them over, sing for them, and they pay you. Like, I guess it's fine. The one issue though is that she's having a bit of issues, like I don't know what you'd actually call it. Like, obviously she has issues from being in the water and singing a whole bunch, you know, getting inflamed lungs and gills and stuff not quite working, not being painful. Like, I don't know what overall you'd call the medical issue, but it was a problem for sure. And it's one that needed to be solved because it was definitely affecting her singing, like her whole thing to make money, to make a living. It's kind of hard to do when you have that issue, right? So definitely something that needed to be fixed. Very similar to the Centaur girl, how her issue was affecting her gladiator combat thing, you know? So, yeah, not really the kind of medical issue that could just be ignored, so we certainly had to help her. And we did. I mean, it wasn't really that hard of an issue to deal with. Like, the main issue of the episode was just the kid was drowning and we had to go save him. That's where, like, the real scare, the real scare of the episode goes. The real risk of life was at that part. The actual medical issue itself wasn't too severe in that regard. But it's such a weird idea to have a mermaid, like, almost drown. Like, the way they explain it makes sense, you know, because they switch between lungs and gills depending on where they are. And if it doesn't switch and you're using regular lungs underwater, like, yeah, you could drown. It's just such a weird thing to think about, for sure. But we had the mermaid rescue the boy, and then we had Glenn rescue the mermaid, and luckily, and then we had Lamia rescue Glenn and the mermaid. So luckily it all worked out in the end. Just a very non-straightforward rescue mission, for sure. The city itself is really cool. Just the idea of being able to ride a boat, like, down the street and go to various shops and pick up groceries. That's such a cool idea. A cool thing to do. Especially having, like, mer people pointing around. And we had, like, a full-on ecosystem of mer people just swimming around. It's just such a cool idea. You know, we definitely also got to see quite a variety of people in the audience at her performance later in the episode. Like, just like a lion and a tiger just casually sitting there in business attire. I think we saw a girl with, like, a beak. Just, yeah, very interesting cast of characters, which makes sense because of the setting of the show. But yeah, our mermaid girl herself was just great. Like, her design was great, just absolutely delicious. Best way I can phrase it. She was a bokuko, which is always a cute little thing, and she's obviously trying really hard because of her personal circumstances, and things just kind of worked out for her in the end because she got better and she's performing at that one place with the audience, and she's all blushy and happy with Glenn Sensei running away, and Glenn kind of dense protagonisty being like, oh, I guess she doesn't like me, or whatever he said, and doesn't quite get it, the infatuation that she obviously has with him because of all that he did for her. You know, also had a bit of a kissing-ish action underwater to get those gills working, you know, stop her from drowning. I'm sure that had an effect as well. So, oh yeah, the one gill scene. Yeah, well, his initial checkup with her, he just had to check out the gills and stick his fingers inside. Obviously, it looked pretty lewd, but beyond that, it just really was just weird. Just sticking your fingers into a girl's side like that, and you pull it out, it's all sticky, and just, I don't know. It was a weird thing. It was a weird thing. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to be on either end of that. It just, the whole thing looked very weird. Even the gills themselves almost looked like somebody chopped up some meat. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. Best way I could describe it. Like, I don't know. I think that's everything I wanted to say on the episode. Really. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I got to say. When we first looked into her mouth, that was really detailed, and her singing was nice. Now, next episode, what do they call her? A flesh golem? So, and something about her hating doctors. So, we're gonna have some kind of situation where she's not gonna be very trusting of Glenn, but he does something to earn her trust and is finally able to help her. So that'll be interesting to see. I did comment before on how the actual medical issue wasn't really all that life-threatening. The life-threatening thing was just almost drowning. Although I guess you could say that was it was connected to it for sure, but it was not purely by it. Like, I don't know how to phrase it. But what I'm trying to get at is that I wonder if we will actually get into the medical issues that are just, like, seriously life-threatening, not just can be under the right circumstances, like a backslide falling into the water, you know? Because obviously the shoe thing wasn't that bad, but I imagine some monster girls could have some more serious illnesses. Can't think of anything off the top of my head that would be like a unique monster girl problem, but I'm sure they exist. You know, I'm sure they exist. It'll be interesting to see if they get into that at all in the episode. So yeah, good episode. We add one more satisfied customer to our career. I don't know, to our career. And next episode, hopefully we get another satisfied customer. So I'll have to wait and see. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.